Would you date a guy who legally owned a firearm?
Yeah. If it's legally obtained, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they have it legally.
I guess legally obtained, yes, not illegally. Like in your own home, you want to feel safe if anything were to happen. So,
I mean, for me
At the end of the
personally,
day,
like I would prefer them not to have a gun. I think
Yeah.
there's other ways for self-defense than owning a gun. But I wouldn't like if I was seeing someone and I was like dating them and they're like, oh, like I have a firearm and it's like registered and everything. I'm not gonna break it off because of that.
Maybe I should reframe the question then. Would you prefer a partner to not have a firearm?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Okay.
I think I'm like trying to, I don't know what, I think I was trying to say yes or no. I'm confused now.
A gun is a bit extreme. Like if like, because most people would argue like for a legally obtained firearm in like a circumstance of self-defense. Like if someone breaks into your home, like most people would argue for that. I'm just saying like I personally would prefer a different, I don't know. Like,
Let's say you find a great guy.
this great
Question
guy, I'm
is,
like,
do
where
you-
is he?
He's coming. You find a great guy. He wants to marry you. You
Okay.
guys get married. Would you prefer he defends you against home invaders with a gun or with his fists?
It would depend on what the home invader has in his hand.
You can't decide that.
Yeah. I don't
Like
think
that is
so.
not up to you.
You never know.
Or if
You
there's
never
more
know.
than one. If there's more than one.
There's 5 home invaders. All of them don't have weapons. They're ready to throw down with their fists against your husband. Would you prefer he has his hands or a gun?
Hands.
You don't want. He's
I
gonna
don't
get
want
the
them dying
he's
if
gonna
they're
get the
just into
kicked
my
out of him.
house.
What if after they kill him they want to rip you? Wouldn't you want him to have a gun in that instance?
Whoa, I didn't think they were gonna kill him.
Well, I mean they're home invaders. If he's gonna
That
fight
doesn't
them,
just because you invade someone's home doesn't mean you're gonna kill him.
Have you ever
property.
been in a fight?
No.
Have
Do
you
I
ever
look like I
tra-
can fight?
Have you ever like trained jujitsu or like anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if it's 5v1 and he's
Go
doing
do that.
if he's defending your home and he only has his fists and he actually wants to defend you against them, like they're gonna beat the shit out of him, maybe kill him. You know, you'd want him to have a gun in that kind of situation. You
I
want him to be
just-
able to protect you.
To an extent, I don't know, but like I just
You don't want him to protect you that much, though.
To an extent.
to an extent, I don't know. Like
She wants to be somewhat safe, but not totally safe.
exactly. I don't know. I just feel like guns are just a bit extreme.
They're very extreme.
There's a lot of extreme
I just
people
feel like
out there.
people
Yeah.
really, but like people just shouldn't have them.
Look, I'm pretty
Oh,
biased
people shouldn't
because
have them.
like I mean all 3 of my jobs that I have, my own business that I have, like I literally train people like how to use firearms. And like I'm telling you guys, if you want somebody that is like traditional, like as a man, which you should be like working out, training martial art, you should be training with firearms. And yeah, like every man should own a Glock and know how to use it really well. Like I'm telling you, if you have a guy who's
Emphasize
like,
on the know-how and everything else, because I feel like
that's
if-
why I have a training business.
Yeah, no, I think emphasis on that is like it would be different if like the guy, you know, the man is trained to know how to use a gun, registered to have a gun, things like that, just because I feel like a lot of people can get a gun without it being like registered and things like that.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
I'm just saying it's pretty, I feel like, you know, I think it's pretty easy for a lot of people to get a gun.
Do you know what steps you have to go through to buy a gun?
No.
There's a lot.
There's
Look
a
into
lot.
it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I think it's a good thing for mentally stable men to own guns and be trained in self-protection and self-defense. And I think you would not want your husband squaring up against 5 dudes solely with his fists.
The thing is though, like the likelihood of 5 people like invading your home is so small.
Happened a couple years ago down the road from where I live. I live a couple miles away from here.
Yeah, but like
There were
statistically
3
speaking, and how many of those are like 5 people invading a home?
So
It
that
could just
story
be one.
that story that I was telling you that happened a couple years ago, a couple miles away from here, there were 3 invaders. Each of them had illegally purchased rifles when they did the home invasion. So that's a situation when you'd want a gun.
I just feel like that's such an extreme circumstance though.
If you want to roll the dice, that's your choice.